Hey everyone.
Hello.
Today we're going back real quick to Abingdon. There were some rumors of additional sightings of Michael at night, like 11 p.m. or something near the Dairy Queen, and
How do people see him if it was dark?
a neighbor
Oh, okay.
lived around the street and saw him walking by there.
Huh.
That was the day after our last search.
Of course.
The day after. And so we went out there to look at the red object. That we actually went out there with a couple who had joined the first search team. Great couple. They're searching constantly anyway, and after we looked at the red thing on Google Maps, I noticed it looked like a big truck trailer in the back, in the middle of the woods behind some apartments.
I wonder how it got there.
I don't know how it even got there. But the couple actually talked to some of the people in the apartments, and they told them that there's an encampment back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the encampment is right near the pharmacy, just down the road. If he was walking in the area, that would be it.
Yeah. And you found out he, at one point in his life, was kind of a transient.
Apparently he used to be like a hobo type transient guy and survivalist, so he knows how to survive out there if he has to, I think.
Yeah.
The dementia piece, don't know how he would do it. Maybe he's not as really that far gone.
Maybe he's pretending.
I don't know. So we got to head out there and meet the couple at the apartment complex. We're going to carefully make our way up through the woods into that encampment. I might send the drone up first to see what we're walking into.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
I know we've been to a lot of them, but the ones I've come across with you were empty.
Abandoned, yeah. This
so
one, we don't know if someone's living there, so yeah. I'm going to send the drone up probably ahead of time and see what we're walking into. We have at least 2 or 3 concealed carry people here, so
I'm not one of them.
yeah.
I've got my concealed carry right here.
Yes, so that's today. We're going to head out now and meet them there.
Sounds good.
All right. One thing I forgot to ask you guys. So as you can see in the past videos, I always blur people's faces.
Oh yeah.
Do you want us to do that, or do you
no,
care?
it's fine.
Okay. I didn't. It doesn't look like there's like anybody living there wouldn't come up from this end. They would. I was looking closer at the map, and there's like a.
Pull your map up there. I'm gonna show you. We just left the lady's house.
Oh.
And she said the lady that owns this property is
police-
real funny. But the police
Owns what property? The property that the thing is on.
yeah,
Funny in what way?
because people she's had homeless camps in there, and I also just found out that they're a year and a half to a year old. There's no newer than
She
that.
said the police were just up here searching.
They were just up there searching.
Searching
here in the
down
woods
this
last
way,
week.
and a group was coming this way.
Is that right?
Just told us
Today?
Yeah,
that.
we just
We just talked to her. Just that's where we was at when she was texting you.
You talked to the owner of that place?
No, the lady that owns the property on the other side, where the insurance, the realty,
On the other side. So police have been up through there probably?
they have flew their infrared
Yeah.
drones over these woods.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yep.
They have foot searched it.
I have 100% confidence that they've covered it well enough then.
Now she
it's-
said a group was supposed to be coming this way.
She
I
said
don't
the
know
reason
about-
they didn't go no further is because there was supposed to have been a group coming from this side going in.
Okay, and they were basically meeting, they must have been going along the tracks and meeting in the middle.
But she was.
She
with
said
the
there's
cop.
people that walks those tracks all the time,
Okay.
going to Bristol.
Yeah.
People that cross her property all the time, and she walks her dog. She's got some kind of a dogs back there that she walks, and she said that she's not seen anything.
She knows what he looks like, so she would have spotted
Oh, yeah.
him. There's only other place we were thinking of checking today, because we don't know anything about it and I wanted to talk to them, is Hobo Hostel.
Nowhere.
Right along the Creeper Trail. We were searching somewhere, we were searching near the other side, and we noticed that
Highway 58. Okay, that's where we done been down in there.
the Hobo Hostel place?
Yeah, we was down in there the other night at 11:30.
Okay.
That
We
Creeper
went in
Trail
from the
area.
Creeper Trail and walked all the way to the ball fields.
You walked all of this.
All that.
Nice.
Because somebody said they.
That's what I remember, yeah.
And that guy said that he had went back in there and he had to come back home because he'd run up on some homeless people
Right.
to get protection. According to that lady over there.
The cops already went through there.
Okay.
Back to square one, I guess.
But now there is one place that I showed Penny. We was going over my drone footage last night.
Yep.
You know, the flight where you could track where you've been.
So we're here.
All right. Where's the fairgrounds? This hill alley.
Yeah, I drove up to that pond and it's completely fenced. I was going to drone that thing and it's like there's a fence this high all the way around it.
All this back in here. See, I didn't know all this was back in here. It didn't. It used to be all farmland years ago.
I mean, I just don't know.
And this is a cemetery.
What else?
What else?
I mean,
When I drove up there, when I drove up,
Let's see, we went.
I was thinking to myself, that hill is so high. Just to the fairgrounds, that hill is so
Well,
high.
see, all this
people that owns the place.
Oh, okay.
part of this right here belongs to the fairgrounds.
What
Okay.
she said. Now,
So-
Yeah, it's sensitive.
you can't
But
go
anyway, we went. We
on
said
everything
those
in here,
horse
but-
barns that's back there.
Yeah,
We
But
went.
maybe that's
She
why
went in
Carrie
every
didn't
one
wanna-
of those.
talk
Good.
about green
Yeah.
acres.
of the fairgrounds area. Yeah.
We even went back over towards the elementary school, which is in that direction.
I
There's
just
a,
don't know where
elementary
he
school
goes,
back
you
in that
know?
way.
Seems like you guys-
There's if he has dementia,
It's not
then
you, other people have
the only
dementia.
two theories is if he has dementia, then they go back to where they grew up, which is Tazewell.
Well,
No,
I
he
know
grew
we're
up in
up here a lot,
in
and I
Charlotte.
never seen
really?
anybody
Charlotte.
else out
Who was
there.
saying? But he lived in Tazewell.
He lived in Tazewell.
How do you know
he
how
grew
long?
up in Charlotte,
He lived there for.
and that's where his sister lives.
Yeah.
Well, he carried her address and phone number and stuff around in his pocket with him.
I don't
all-
know. If
But was
a
it
phone.
recent? Like,
Yeah.
what? She's.
That's what Carrie told. Penny.
He carried it everywhere, in
That's the
his
only thing
pocket
he
at
carried
all
with him.
times.
The only next steps I was thinking, if we can't think of more ground, is the ponds. If we think he could have actually fallen into something, if we're thinking he's running away, then that seems like a better lead.
Yeah.
If we ignore the bank, what you just said earlier, I think feels accurate. Like Green Acres is here, and he's walking in that direction. He goes up into the Why would he go up into the neighborhood?
Exactly.
What was he doing? Like he was up to something up here.
He may have been getting food from that dude, because according to what she had told Penny, they had tried to question that man. He just got. He
You mean the
just
guy
shut
with
up.
the bag of chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
He just shut up. He just told him he wasn't answering anything else. Right?
I think that's
Wow.
what she said. I can't remember. I don't know. I've talked to her so much.
Who's
trying
that?
to
Is that
figure
the
out-
sister questioned
The
him?
daughter.
The daughter questioned him too? Or are you talking about the searchers? Because they told you that story,
We
right?
talked. He approached me first,
Yeah.
and he asked me if we was searching for Michael, and I said, "Yeah, we are."
He said he's up
He
there
said
every
he's
day.
not. He's not here. How you know? I asked him, and I said, "How you know?" He said, "I'm out here every day." He said, "I'm all over this."
He said he ain't here.
He's not here.
Okay. Well, we'll just take his word for it.
Straight. I mean, like I said, now that's the one that's supposed to have been giving him food.
Right. So it's not like he'd tell you.
It might be that he actually knows that he's not there.
Yeah. Well,
Supposedly, I don't know who it was. Told me somebody said that he took a plate of food and wouldn't tell him who he was taking it.
The same guy.
Yes.
An extra plate of food?
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Who told you that?
I can't remember if
Shoot.
it was Carrie or Shannon, because both of them
Yeah.
texted me.
I just can't. I
I
don't
don't know
understand.
who I heard telling that story either. I just remember somebody talking about a guy with a bag of chips.
Yeah.
That was
He's
him.
just carrying around this big bag of chips.
And it wasn't open.
yeah.
Just a bag of chips. Why aren't you eating it? Oh, I'm not hungry yet.
Well, where did that pond go?
Well, because I'm giving it to that guy that walked away.
I told Penny that in our conversation. I said he was probably give that man food to help him get along.
When you first
Tell
saw him,
somebody to get here to get
was
him.
he headed in a certain direction before you talked to him?
He was headed down, like
into the
coming over
mustard
the
ground.
bridge.
Into the muster grounds?
Yeah.
To cross the bridge?
Yeah.
There's just the school up there, though. There's nothing up there. There's
That's
nothing
weird.
up there.
An open like
Well, see,
a
you
school
can go
is that-
around
The
to
college, I
left.
walked through the whole campus and it's like closed off, locked up,
You can
no
go around
trails.
to the left, and it brings you out back down on
58.
No, that something mill road.
Stone Mill Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the fastest way maybe to cut down to that road?
Down the stone mill?
Yeah. It cuts through the woods, right? So,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Okay.
what would be on Stonewall Road?
Well, he might be headed somewhere near there. Community college is there. There's Wolf Creek. Stone Mill's right there. So, we've got a huge field. It's got the highway underpass.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. I don't
Alright,
know
here's
who.
This pond right here.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the people that
That's
was
on
searching
19.
with us said
Okay.
that they talked to a guy with a vest.
And then you got one.
I don't know why it makes me laugh every time.
It's not really a.
One of
a
the
pond.
girls we were searching with
It's
last
just a
week
big sinkhole.
Yeah.
said that.
And that's right here in front of
Okay.
the flea market.
But I
Okay.
can't remember who it was.
And you got this little pond right
But she
here
probably
in
heard it
behind
from
this
somebody
business.
else.
How close is that to
Could've
this
sworn
to
she
the Green
talked to
Acres?
him.
It's
I don't know.
2
Was
miles
it
up the road.
Shannon
Okay.
Ball?
Was she here
But
last week?
the sheriff's
Uh-huh.
Might
department
have been. Yeah.
Because that
just
she
happens
was
to
there
be
with us.
Yeah.
right directly
Yeah.
across. I just,
I think today we might just do a little driving, probably along Stone Mill Road, but just driving around because
Okay.
from this overhead you can't really
and
make
the
out.
buzzards that I talked about we've
Yeah,
been seeing
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
They're
There's a
going to
barn.
that barn.
What barn?
Pull this area back up.
Oh, this area.
Has anyone
Yeah.
looked in the barn?
They
Okay.
said they searched that barn. There's nests of them up in there.
See this? There's an old barn right here in
Yeah.
behind this building.
That's kinda
That lady
creepy.
that we was talking to lives right here,
Okay.
and there's a barn behind it. And she said those buzzards roost in that barn,
Roost in the
and
barn.
they've got a nest in there.
Okay.
That's pretty creepy.
And that's close to the area the cops were walking
Yeah,
in
it's
and
right
out.
in here. You know where we seen the buzzards flying?
Yeah,
in here the
yeah.
other day?
Yeah.
Okay, that lady over there said she searched. There's a lady that lives right in here, and she was the one that had the little dog.
Okay.
She had that little dog, and she said she walks this entire neighborhood
every
every
day.
day
Oh,
looking for that man.
yeah.
Yeah, but what if he's out at night?
Yeah.
You know what I
That's-
mean?
See,
Well, I
and
said the
I've
same
heard
thing,
A
and then
lot
there
of
was a guy.
sightings
There was
at
a guy.
night.
Because if he were smart, he wouldn't go out during the day, right?
There was a guy also standing here, and he said that he searched that at night. He went up in there and said he had to come back.
I have a
home
feeling
because-
so many people have been up in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was my main concern, because I
Yes.
said we have
Yeah.
not searched that, and
We
we
were
asked that
so
lady
worried.
if we could go on the
Yeah, me
property.
too. I feel comfortable knowing the police at least, and maybe other people have been up in there.
She said a search team and the police.
Good.
They're
Good.
still actively searching.
Yeah.
The police are still.
That's good to
actively
hear.
searching. She said that the town had put on 2 more officers, 2 more active officers, just to look for Michael Small.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's good.
in this vicinity.
Yep, this area. So that's why they're doing active ground searches. Well, then we won't
That's
worry about
all
this
they do.
area. I mean, if the authorities are on it, that's
Yeah,
good news.
That's pretty much.
Well, today we may be doing your first theory you came up with at the very beginning.
Okay.
What's that?
What?
Hers is the he was walking. These roads are insane, as you know, if you lived here. And if he was walking at night, then she was thinking, well, if he was trying to get away and he was walking these roads and it was 6:30 at night, she wanted to start immediately looking down the sides of all the roads, all those roads he could have. So we may start doing some of that.
Asking to ask the.
Not telling you not to, but
Yeah.
we've done the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not driving though.
Flashlight,
We're pulling over and walking on the edge, and we may crawl down if we have to. Because if he
Now
was
going down
thrown,
19,
Oh, it's
there's
bad.
a few places that you might get off and go down, but most of it's up on
Up.
both sides because you're going
Good.
in between 2
yeah,
doors.
yeah, that makes it easier. Drive through those areas and
And that's on the way to Tazewell. And we, like I said, we went all the way to the top of John Douglas Wayside
And
okay.
came back down.
and came back down. And
You
I
guys
don't
did
see
everything.
You guys are awesome. I mean,
I
for taking
know.
your own time to do all this,
I know.
that's really impressive.
We've been trying to help find him. I mean, because
I
it's
can tell.
it just breaks my heart that we can't find him, and
Yeah.
I'm trying so much
Yeah.
and everything. Like
She goes
people
home
will
at night
text
and
me.
cries because we can't find.
Yeah,
There's nothing we can do.
some
It's very frustrating.
yeah. So yeah, we're gonna drive for.
We're
Sorry
probably
to bring
gonna
you
ride around
out
a bit.
here.
Oh,
That's-
no,
we was
it's-
up here anyway.
we
got
was
to
here.
clean this building up here every day. So.
All right,
we
we'll
just
text you if we see anything and just let us
Now,
know.
which way
and
are y'all going?
we're probably
we'll
gonna
go
do
a
the.
different
Is it Sawmill? Stone
Stone
Mill. We're gonna go south on Stone Mill.
All right, we're going to
Right
go back
Okay.
over here and run these subdivisions back over here next to behind
Yep.
the food line.
Okay.
And we'll get out too and look.
All right.
Sounds good. Good luck.
We'll let you guys know.
Good seeing you guys.
Good seeing you. Take care.
So we learned there was thankfully, a police search of this very area. So it sounds like locals are hitting areas pretty well. That was the greenhouse owner guy.
I mean, I feel like there's nowhere else to search.
Other than your theory of
Side of the road.
he got hit while walking at night and is just off the side of the road, deep off the side of the road. So
Yeah. I don't know.
there's
I'm
no other explanation
starting
because
to believe now that he's still alive and
hiding really well.
hiding really well.
Really? Should we bother with the sides of the road then? Do you want to take a look at the map and theorize?
I think somehow he got up to down to North Carolina.
You think so?
I mean, his sister might be, you know,
Police have to have asked her.
I know, but she might not tell the truth. If she doesn't believe people are watching him correctly.
True. That's a good
I
point.
probably shouldn't.
That's okay.
You can.
No, it's a good point. All right, we are going to get back to theorizing and planning because this is this is getting complicated. With he's potentially doesn't want to go back. Not everyone, I don't think, is telling the whole story about why he doesn't want to go back. It's complicated.
There's so many different stories that I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
And frustrated.
Well, there's at least 3 theories it could be, and we just don't know which to go after. So, okay, we're actually going home today. Jen said this feels like a farce. Why do you think it's a farce?
I think it's a farce because it's frustrating, and I think if we are going to search again, we need to, you know, get together, talk about it, and refocus.
Refocus?
Yeah.
Because you're thinking potentially the North Carolina thing
Right.
is, the Charlotte thing is
I want that fully
researched.
checked out
I agree.
before we do anything
All right,
else.
we're gonna go do some research and investigation for a while before we revisit this case.
Yeah.
Sounds good.